ago, our youngest pilot in this tournament at the age of 11, Sushi Snake. From the Australian Army team, we have MacDaddy and Mish. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Two-time world champion BMS Thomas. Mish, our champion military international drone racing pilot. MacDaddy, top 4 in the military international drone racing tournament. And Sushi Snake, the wild card in this top 16, Tim. 11 years old, he just snuck into the top 16 in 16th position. He is our smallest competitor, not only in age, in stature, but he also has the smallest drone on the field.
If only you looked in the chat, mate.
Yeah, we'll just...
R7.
R7 for MacDaddy. R1 for BMS Thomas.
Next
R2
up,
for
round
Sushi
1,
Snake.
race 1.
And
with
R8 for
BMS
Mish.
Thomas on R1.
We're only 4 up in the
Sushi
finals,
Snake
ladies and
on
gentlemen. Less traffic to contend with.
Mish on R8.
While we're all racing 4 positions. Pilots 1 and 2 will continue through to our winners bracket. Pilots who become 3rd and 4th, they get one more chance. They move on to the consolation bracket, where they have to come 1 or 2 to stay in the final series. Our next race, race 2 in our top 16 double elimination final, we'll see Heapsy, Louis, Granger, FPV and Marzi. How do you think this is going to pan out, Tim?
I'm going to take a guess and think that Thomas might get first in this one. I'll take the safe bet.
I tell you what, that little 3-inch tiny train is hard to see.
But the old Bradbury rule may seem come through to the next round.
It's the only way I've won a race in my lifetime was the Bradbury rule.
I've just got to sort out a video issue. I haven't got any of the...
Yeah, MacDaddy's just had to change quads for the finals.
But I've got nothing.
Just while we're waiting for a couple of technical issues in race headquarters and our pilots to get ready, a few statistics for our drone racing here at the Australian Airshow, International Airshow at Avalon. Over Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, we conducted the Military International Drone Racing Tournament. 20 rounds of 8 groups. In this tournament, the open class, we saw 20 rounds of 8 groups.
Next up, round 1, race 1.
Our
with
races
BMS Thomas on R1.
Are
Sushi
scheduled.
Snake on R2.
Well, pilots have
MacDaddy
3
on
minutes
R7,
per race to get
Mish
a
on
qualifying
R8.
run down. So by my calculations, we have seen, or by the end of this tournament, by the end of our finals today, we will have seen over 10 hours of airtime in the arena. When you look at a pilot like BMS Thomas, he only flies for around a minute. A pilot like Manic Tardis takes the full 3 minutes. In fact, statistically, he took more. Over 10 hours of airtime on batteries that only last 1 to 2 minutes. Our pilots have flown over 1,500 batteries in this arena. And that's not including practice. So that is only pure racing competition.
I think this is about as much drone racing that I've experienced in a week in my entire life.
Radio pilots, this is it. Race number 1 in our top 16 double elimination final. Goggles down, give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Here we go. Let's
Here
go
we
racing.
That headshot's not right.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5.
Best tosses the whole shot. He's taking up over the high section. He's going to come up over the crowd now. Sushi Snake, he was second through the whole shot, up over the crowd. Matt Daddy's with him as well. Fish is not far behind. Matt Daddy's in the vision of Mish. Coming through Venus, towards out, coming through for lap 1. 14.35, that is his fastest of the finals. Oh, there's a tumble. Pilots are back up, all 4 are up. Sushi Snake takes a tumble. Venus Thomas coming through the corkscrew, through KJR corner into lap number 2. 4 laps needed in the finals. Going through up over the crowd now. Matt Daddy's down. Sushi Snake's back up. Mish going through for lap number 2. He's in second, but he tumbles and his battery's disconnected. Lights out for Mish. Venus Thomas in lap 4. This is the final lap. He is in the lead.
Second place is Mac Daddy. Sushi Snake is now in third with Fish is gone. BMS Thomas now coming through. He takes
Thomas
the win.
finished in first.
Mac Daddy, Sushi Snake still in the air. Mac Daddy in the lead, coming through the corkscrew. Sushi Snake not far behind. Mac Daddy now coming through KJR corner. He will take
Mac
second.
Daddy lap
He will
3
go
and
through to our
second.
winners bracket. Mish and
Sushi
Sushi
Snake lap 3
Snake
and
go
third.
on to the consolation bracket.
We'll see Sushi Snake and Mish in race number 5. This is 1. Up next will be race number 2. Heapsy, Louis, Granger, and Marzi.
Race over.
How about that, Tim? Mish, the winner of the Military International Drone Racing Tournament, crashing out.
And he's got the uphill battle ahead of him now. He's certainly not out of the final 4. You can only get 3rd and 4th once. But if you get 3rd and 4th 2 times, that's the end of the tournament for you. You need to get 1st and 2nd to see yourself in the finals.
Yeah, you need to really win it to stay in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up now, Heapsy, who qualified 4th on the first day, took
Next
a
up
lazy
round 1
Saturday
race 2
off,
with
comes
Heapsy on
back with
R1,
1 pack
Louis on R2,
to qualify
Granger FPV
in
on
5th
R7,
place.
Marzi on R8.
Louis from the Australian Army Drone Racing Team. Granger FPV and Marzi, both civilian pilots here in our open class racing. This will be a tight final, Tim.
No doubt, Bear. No doubt.
Louis from the Australian Army Drone Racing Team, he's now a reservist, but he used to fly UAVs in the Army. A very, very valuable skill that serves him well in drone racing. And perhaps a great example of how drone racing can lead to 4 laps. A great example of how drone racing can lead to a career in the Defence Forces.
And look, I think that those day-to-day skills will certainly play well in your hobby career of racing drones because it's all fairly similar stuff. I mean, not quite as intense as racing, but nonetheless, it's in the realm of.
It's pretty up there.
I think it's certainly going to be better than
A different kind of intense.
building bridges and blowing them up or something, right?
Rightio, we have video for all 4. Pilots are now taking their seat. Tim Sims joined next to me. He's keeping a close eye on the competition. Pilots, goggles down and give me a thumbs up when you're ready.
If you're watching at home, oh wait, you can't be. We're not on the stream, but this song is for Jacuzzi J. When you're ready, Louis, give us the thumbs up. All pilots are ready.
Let's go racing.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Heapsy 2.12.
Heapsy with the whole shot. They're now coming around up into the top section of the track over our crowd. Heapsy first, Louis second. Marzi coming around. He's in the corkscrew now. Heapsy coming around KJR corner. It's going to be neck
Ranger
and neck.
FPV lap 1 in
Rangers first. Heapsy second.
Heapsy
Louis
lap 1
third.
in second. Louis lap 1 in
Heapsy up
third.
over the crowd now. Granger
Marzi
as
lap
well.
1 in
Louis
fourth.
takes a tumble. Heapsy coming through the corkscrew. Granger now coming through the corkscrew. Heapsy's out in front. He'll take
Heapsy lap
first
2
in
in
this.
first.
He's 2 laps
Ranger
to go.
FPV lap
Granger
2
in
in
second. Louis is down. Marzi coming around.
Marzi
He will
lap 2 in
be
third.
moving into third. Heapsy now coming through the corkscrew. Granger's down. Heapsy takes a stumble. Anyone could take this one. 2 laps to
Louis
go.
lap 2 in fourth.
Heapsy coming around now, KJR
Heapsy
corner.
lap 3
He's
in
in the
first.
lead in lap number 3. This is his 4th lap. This is the last lap for Heapsy.
Marzi
Granger
lap
is
3 in
down. The
second.
goggles are up. It's a bold strategy. I don't think it's going to pay off. Louis, he's up. Marzi seems to be second. Heapsy coming around now.
Heapsy
Heapsy
finished
takes
in
the
first.
win. It's up to
Louis
Louis and
lap 3
Marzi
in
now. Marzi in the corkscrew. Louis coming through. Marzi's well out in front. Here comes through KJR
Marzi
corner. He will
finished in
take
second.
second. Louis coming around the split S now into the corkscrew. He will take third. Granger crashing out. Tim.
Oh, he had it. He had the lead at the beginning, but then he
Louis finished
like
in
putting
third.
the fairy floss into the water. It just disappeared in front of his face.
So Louis and Granger
over.
move on to our consolation bracket.
Yeah, they're up in race 5, joining Sushi Snake and Mish in race number 5.
Heapsy and
Heapsy and Marzi will face off BMS
Marzi.
Thomas and Mac Daddy in race number 7. We're up to race number 3 now. Davey, Delegator, Dim Sim, FPV, and Bear. So goodbye, good luck. I'm sending you thoughts and prayers from the commentators section. Oh yeah, good idea, Pete. Get a photo of Bear in the racing chair. I'll be a little bit occupied. Don't come up to me, Delegator, asking what channel
Next
you're
up,
on.
round 1, race
I'll be
3,
very upset.
with Davey FPV on R1, Delegator on R2, Dimsim FPV on R7.
No one looked
Bear
at the
on
picture
R8.
I sent everyone in the pilots chat with your channels an hour ago. All right, this is the top 16 eliminations. We've got about 14, 15 races to go. This is the thickest and hottest end of the competition. This is our top 16, the best 16, the fastest 16, and they're now racing to 4 laps. First to complete 4 laps wins, and we're only after first and second. Third and fourth will move down to the losers bracket, and I can actually start to show you what that brackets look like now. We've started off with race 1 and BMS Thomas, Sushi Snake, Mac Daddy, and Mish fought it off with Thomas taking first, Mac Daddy second. They've moved into race number 7 now that you can see there, and Heapsy and Marzi are joining them now in race 7. We're up to race 3 that you can see down there on the left, and whoever comes third and fourth in this in race 4 will start in race number 6. We've got race number 5 populated, and that's going to have Sushi Snake, Mish, Louis, and Granger. So in this one, only first and second will carry on. If you get third and fourth, you're out of the competition, and you've got your final placing on the leaderboard. None of those have been yet decided, so yet it's still anyone's game. But certainly you getting third and fourth in that first round means that you're going to fly more, but you're going to have more of an uphill battle for sure. Bear grabbed the wrong drone. That's not ideal, but not to worry. We're going to wait for them. Got video for Davey. He's the one that's ready. Always ready first. Davey FPV is our fastest pilot from Canberra, flying in the Canberra Multi-Rotor Racing Club. We've got our race day on in 2 weeks. Will you be ready for that, Davey, in 2 weeks? I'm toast. I won't be ready for that. And also Bear, another member of the Canberra Multi-Rotor Racing Club. The two Canberra boys face it off in this round. with one RAF pilot and one lonely pilot representing the FPV Rebels Club from Brisbane, Queensland. Dim Sim just completed a grueling tournament last weekend in New Zealand and then decided to carry on his little world tour and come down to Avalon for the Australian International Airshow Open Tournament. We started this tournament on Friday afternoon. We went all the way till like 10 p.m. We did a whole day of qualifying yesterday, and we've done 2 final rounds of qualifying this morning, and now we've said that's enough. Who are the top 16? Let's get them into the finals, and let's start this, you know, the peak of the competition. This is where we begin to hit the climatic end. And we've got 2 races down. This is the 3rd one. Got video for four pilots sitting next to me ready. Give me a thumbs up to consent the race start. Let's go. I've hit the button, but I did not update those headshots. Boo me.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5.
All right, the pilots are
Whole
off.
shot,
All
Davey,
are through the
FPV
start-finish
1.88.
gate. I got a whole shot from all 4. Davies in the lead, followed by Delegator closely, and then Dim Sim and Bear. Looks like Delegator's hit the top of the tent and bounced off. It's thrown him off his line, but he's still back on and in his finest form. Oh, he
Davey,
missed that
FPV
gate
lap
there.
1
Go
in
back to the
first.
second one. Davey 1 lap down, 14.78. That's his fastest first lap of the tournament. Oh no, it looks like video out from Bear rolling around. Delegator's getting a bit stuck too. Dim Sim's having problems as well. Oh, Bear crash flip, turtling
Delegator
right
lap
in the
1
front
in
of
second.
us.
Davey FPV lap 2 in first.
Oh no, I think he may have broken a pop. His battery's hanging off. No, your battery's hanging off. Your strap is gone. That's it for Bear for this round. He'll come back in race 6 shortly. And Dim Sim's also on the ground. So it looks like Dim
Davey
Sim, who
FPV
is in
lap
5th
3
place,
in
is also
first.
on the ground, which means that Delegator will
Delegator
take the
lap 2 in
Bradbury
second.
second place. Davey's on his final lap now, making his way through the top of the tent, through the dive-ish gate, around through the center slalom, power looping the last 2 gates, around the final sweep, and
Davey
zoom.
FPV
Davey
finished in
takes
first.
first, doing 4 laps in 66.43.
Delegator lap 3 in second.
Delegator's 1 whole lap behind, so Davey lapped him. So we'll let him finish up to get his second place. But Dim Sim and Bear, you're going to take 3rd and 4th place respectively. And you will be up very soon in race number 6.
Delegator
So that's
finished
2 more
in
races,
second.
and then you're back up for potentially your final race. That's you. Yeah, in race 6. Yeah, Delegator always been a fan of Stephen Bradbury and loves to channel his inner clutch. Pilots, go get your drones. The track is
Race
clear.
over.
All right, the end of the winners bracket here for the first round, race 4. Ironoid, Black Wolf FPV, Godzilla, and Chiz. Ironide qualified 7th on the leaderboard. Black Wolf qualified 10th. The fastest pilot in this one there is Godzilla. And Chiz just outside of the bubble in 15th place. He made it in and deserves his spot just as much as the rest of them in the top 16.
Next up, round 1, race 4, with Ironoid on R1. Black
Up
Wolf
after this will be
FPV
the
on
beginning of
R2,
our losers bracket. So we're going to
Gojira
need
on
Sushi
R7,
Snake,
Chiz on
Mish,
R8.
Louis, and Granger on deck, ready to go right after this race is done. We need to keep the flow going, and you need to obviously maintain the pace with me. We're not going to wait too long for you to get up there, because we can always default you to 3rd and 4th place, and I think your fellow competing pilots would be very happy to get a free win. Default, that kind of thing. Pilots are nearly ready. Got video for Chiz, video for Godzilla. I've got some kind of video. I've got Black Wolf, you got a black camera. You got a broken camera. I've got OSD, I've got video, but I don't have anything that you can fly from. You may as well be blind. You got video for Ironoid. Yeah, you run, Tristan. All right, Black Wolf's just going to run off and get another quad. It might be a good idea to start recommending you bring 2 drones out to the line with you. if you have that many left, because you can then obviously swap without having to embarrassingly run outside the arena and back again. But here he comes, Black Wolf FPV, the pilot in the number 10 spot on the leaderboard. He's going to put it out now. All right, Black Wolf is ready. We've got video too, so you're good to go. Two pilots love to stand. The other two love to sit. Stand, sit, stand, sit. It's a personal preference there. Same with whether you use your index finger and your thumb and you pinch the radio sticks or whether you just use thumbs. Personally, I'm a thumb boy. Doesn't mean anything. We've got fast pilots who do either. All right, looks like they're all ready. Give me a thumbs up. Let's commence. Race 4. Here we go.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot go Giro 1.97.
Oh, Black Wolf FPV hitting the start-finish gate and going into a violent spin. He's probably broken a prop and it's not going to let him get back up. His drone rolls into the dirt. It's just tumbling around. Looks like Ironoid is in the lead of this round there with Godzilla following closely behind, but it all become a bit more clear. No, Godzilla's in the lead, and Ironoid is just 2 seconds behind him. It's lights out from Black Wolf. We'll see you in two rounds in race 6.
Chiz lap 1 in third.
Godzilla still in first. He's on lap number 3. Ironoid on lap number 3. Still 2.5 seconds behind. Godzilla's in fine form this morning. Smooth runs, sweeping turns and corners. He's going to be likely getting first place here if we can keep this pace up. Oh, Chiz gets into a bit of a tumble there. He's on the grass, but he's upright. Godzilla and Ironoid both on their final lap for this race.
Chiz lap 2 in third.
Chiz now on lap number 3. Ironoid about to finish up. Godzilla finishing up in first. He's done already. Just need Ironoid to finish his lap now, and we'll have our top 2 through.
Finished in second.
It's done. We'll let Chiz finish up. Track is not clear. Do not enter the arena. We're going to see Dim Sim, Bear, Chiz, and Black Wolf in race 6.
Lap 3 in
up
third.
now will be Sushi Snake, Mish, Louie, and Granger FPV for the beginning of the losers bracket.
Race over.
I don't mean to say losers bracket, and you're all winners in my eyes, but constellation bracket. That's not what it says in the sheet here, but well, yeah, look, just take it for what it is. It's the losers bracket. No. I'm going to have Granger on channel 8, Louie channel 7, Mish channel 2, Sushi Snack on channel 1. That's because I don't have time to manually remember what channels you are and try and massage it. You should just conform to my rules. Yep. You should just conform to my rules and basically just change to the channels I want you on.
Next up, round 1, race 5, with Sushi Snake on R1, Mish on R2, Louie on R7, Granger FPV on R8.
Bear says he'll be good for this one. I hope so, mate. Commentary. No. I'm going to see you get to the final 4. I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh, dear. Those booms are disconcerting. Definitely triggering.
Rightio. This is their final chance to stay in the finals. Sushi Snake in his first race event.
His very first big tournament. I think he's been to a few club races, though.
I know.
Maybe one.
No. I was advised earlier that he only started racing on a track a couple of weeks ago.
That was a club. That was a practice day then.
I'm not sure. But this is his first big top event.
Oh wow! What a way to begin at the top as far as big events are concerned. They don't get much bigger than this.
You have Granger from the Melbourne Multi-Rotor Racing Club. Mish the winner of the Military International Drone Racing Tournament and star of Channel 7 Sunrise yesterday morning. I'm sure that will be worth a few cartons of beer for the boys when he gets back to work.
I reckon he's already had fangirls swooning for his signature.
And we also have Louis, also from the Australian Army Drone Racing Team.
Just waiting on Sushi Snake to hop on to Channel 1 and we'll be ready to go. All right, we got video for 4. We are good to begin shortly. Granger's patiently waiting like Patient Bear. The what? Yeah, the meme.
Granger is keen.
Granger is definitely keen. When he first started flying, he had this really long hair, and when he shortened it up, I didn't recognize him for a while. Who's this handsome man?
This is my first time meeting Granger, in fact, and he's such a lovely fellow. Nice to fly with. Courtesy, he opens the gate, the net for you.
Like a true gentleman.
Yeah. I feel bad. I feel bad when I stick at him before with a sticker on the back of his shoulder blades. Okay, pilots, let's go racing.
Thumbs up if you're ready.
Play.
I believe I have the race queued up. Yep, I do. We're good. Hitting start.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Full shot
Granger through the
FPV
whole shot.
1.86.
Mish is with him all the way. Granger's coming up above the crowd now. Mish coming up as well. Louis not far behind Mish. Sushi Snake, wow, what a surprise packet. He's in the corkscrew now. Louis coming through the corkscrew. Granger through KJR corner.
Granger
He's first
FPV
on lap
one
number
in
1.
first.
Mish
Mish
now on the lead
one in
lap.
second.
Sushi Snake
Louis lap 1
is
in third.
down. Louis on the lead lap. Granger now coming through the corkscrew. Mish coming around the slider into the corkscrew now. Louis takes a tumble. Granger's number 1. Mish is number 2. Coming around
Granger
KJR
FPV lap
corner.
2 in
Oh,
first.
Mish takes a tumble. Granger
lap
out
2
in
in
front on
second.
lap number 3.
Mish lap 2 in third.
Louis now in second,
Sushi Snake
overtaking
lap 1 in
Mish.
fourth.
They're neck and neck as they take a tumble into the gate before going up over our crowd. Mish is now in second place. Mish coming through the
Granger
corkscrew.
FPV lap 3 in
Granger
first.
now on his last lap. He's in first. Mish on the
lap
lead
3
lap.
in second.
That's his fastest of the finals. Louis coming through the corkscrew, but he's a lap behind.
Sushi Snake lap 2 in fourth.
Sushi Snake is back up. He's on lap number
Louis
3.
lap 3 in
Granger
third.
around KJR corner through the
Granger
in-situ
FPV
Pacific
finished
start
in
finish
first.
gate, and he's our winner in this race. Mish takes
Mish
second.
finished in second.
Oh, they're neck and neck. Oh, Louis blows it out.
Sushi Snake lap 3
Sushi
in
Snake
fourth.
takes... No, correction.
finished in third.
Louis takes third. Sushi Snake takes fourth. Louis and Sushi Snake, they are now knocked out of our final series. Granger and Mish, they move on to survive another day.
Great job, everyone. Thanks for
Race
the
over.
exciting entertainment you've given us. Louis, you'll finish up in 15th place overall, and Sushi Snake will finish up in 16th. You're done for the day. Come sit down and relax, and Mish, keep your antennas on, mate. That's getting snagged as you enter the tent is not a good way to go. Granger and Mish, you'll be back in race 9 for the continued losers bracket there. And you'll be facing off whoever gets first and second in this race up now. We got Dim Sim, Bear, Chiz, and Black Wolf FPV.
Next up, round 1.
In this round, I'm
race
going to have
6,
Dim Sim on
with
channel
Dim Sim
1,
FPV
Bear
on
channel
R1,
2, Chiz
Bear
channel
on
7,
R2,
Black Wolf
Chiz
channel
on R7,
8.
Black Wolf FPV on
That's
R8.
Dim Sim channel 1, Chiz channel 7, Bear channel 2, Black Wolf channel 8. Upcoming channels for the next race, race 7. After this will be BMS Thomas on 1, Mac Daddy on 2, Heapsy on 7, and Marzi on 8. Everything's R now. Only R. All right, Hockley giving the thumbs up to Black Wolf. He's ready to go. 4 pilots are sitting down. Well, 1 standing, 3 are sitting. Chiz is a standing man. Upstanding, gentlemen, that's what we can say. Checking the RF Explorer, all looks good. All right, thumbs up if you're ready to go. We begin.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Black Wolf FPV 2.09.
All pass through the whole shot. This is off to a great start. Everyone's still up at this point, so it's anyone's race at this moment.
Dim Sim FPV lap 1 in first.
So Dim Sim's leading the pack here with a 15.81.
Black Wolf FPV
and
lap 1
Black Wolf
in
has got second there, but his camera's looking
Bear
blurry.
lap 1 in
It
third.
looks like his camera's probably
Chiz
suffered some
lap 1 in
trauma
fourth.
throughout a previous race, and the vision's looking a bit blurry. This is going to be hard to fly through, but he's going to persevere.
Dim Sim
Oh,
FPV
Black
lap
Wolf
2
smashed
in
into a
first.
gate, and it's lights out. Goggles are up, smiles on his face. He knows when it's over. Good night, sweet prince.
Bear lap 2 in second.
Bear now slides
Chiz
into second
lap
place
2
in the
in third.
Constellation bracket. Chiz in third. All pilots on lap 3, but Dim Sim's
Dim
now
Sim
on lap
FPV
4.
lap 3 in first.
So he's got a good lead there with Bear probably about 10 seconds behind him. We'll see when he goes through the start-finish gate how far that gap is. Bear's coming around for lap 3.
Bear lap 3 in
And it's
second.
an 11.69 second lead behind Dim Sim.
Dim Sim
And Dim Sim
FPV
finishes up
finished in
nice and
first.
clean. The run he needs to get into the final 4. He'll take first
Chiz
place
lap
in that
3
one.
in third.
Chiz now on his 4th lap with 10 seconds behind Bear. So if Bear can keep his focus together, it's his final corner. He'll take
Bear finished
second,
in
and
second.
he'll keep going on like the Energizer Bunny. He will see Bear and Dim Sim in race 9, joining Granger and Mish. Chiz will take default 3rd place and Black Wolf 4th. That's the end of their journey in
Chiz
this
finished
tournament.
in
Chiz
third.
will end up in 13th place overall, which is good compared to 2 places up from his qualifying time. A good spot to end in. And Black Wolf FPV taking 14th place there with a spectacular crash.
Race over.
We move back to the winners bracket now. We're going to have BMS Thomas, Mac Daddy, Heapsy, and Marzi in this one now. Race 7 up over there. And right after that will be Davey, Delegator, Godzilla, and Ionoid in race 8. Oh, they're all stacked at this point. As far as I'm concerned, that how could you expect anything but stacked races in the top 16? Everyone's probably got a channel change. You're on R7, Marzi R8, Mac Daddy R2, and BMS Thomas still sticking on channel 1. So no change for Thomas at least. Let me just create this round. So race 9 is locked in. They're in 2 more races time. We've got race 7 right now. That is going to be BMS Thomas, Mac Daddy, Heapsy, Marzi. Up after this will be Davey, Delegator, Godzilla, Ironoid. Then we go back to Granger, Mish, Stimsim, Bear in the losers bracket. Whoever gets 3rd and 4th in race 7 and 8 will go down to race 10. So it's getting to the point where you have to be almost ready for a back-to-back race in the losers bracket. So you need to have at least 2 drones for this one. You're still in it, Bear. You've done well. You focus on the racing. Just don't worry about me here. I'm experienced at this. It's not my first rodeo in the commentator's booth. I can handle the crowd. All 6 of them over there. No, there's a bit more than 6. But if you love the racing, you love the drones, make sure you give a shout and give a cheer. The pilots love it, especially BMS Thomas. He feeds off it. Like I feed off the tears of the pilots when they crash out. It empowers me. Getting ready. The only channel change for this one is Heapsy and Mac Daddy. Looks like Marzi's still on channel 8. And I'm waiting on the race software to unfreeze. Oh, it crashed. Yui Wep Wep. Yeah. We'll send a strongly worded letter to the software developer. One moment, please, pilots. I have to literally reload the software. I'm glad it didn't happen during a race, at least. That would be... I'd scream like a neckbeard. Oh my goodness. The F-35s are up and it's going to be really hard to hear. I hope you can all focus. Look at my services. Give this a few... Just give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
I've got to say, Tim, I can't win any more races because I didn't think I'd get this far in the final.
You need a battery?
Didn't charge enough packs.
Can we get a borrowed battery for Bear? All right.
Next up, round 2, race 1.
The race is
with
ready.
BMS Thomas on R1.
I guess you're all happy
Mac
to fly
Daddy
with
on
this
R2,
loud noise going.
Heapsy on R7.
Yeah, okay.
Marzi on R8.
Thumbs up if you're ready. I've pressed start. Give that a few seconds for the automation to kick in.
Absolutely stacked final, Tim.
2 from Eastside
Armor
FPV.
quads. Starting on the
1 from
tone in less than
MMRC.
5.
And 1 lonely Army team pilot.
Whole
BMS
shot
Thomas
BMS
activating
Thomas
launch control and
1.43.
absolutely takes off like a rocket. He's coming up over the top section now. Heapsy's right behind him in 2nd. Mac Day's coming through in 3rd, followed by Marzi. BMS Thomas now already through KJ corner. This will be lap number 1 for him.
BMS
13.50
Thomas
for
lap
BMS
1
Thomas. Heapsy comes through in
Heapsy
2nd. That's his
lap 1
fastest
in
lap on the
2nd.
final so far, followed by Mac Daddy in
lap
3rd.
1 in 3rd.
Marzi coming around KJ corner now. He's coming through
Marzi
in
lap 1
4th.
in 4th.
BMS Thomas now already about to almost lap Marzi. Coming through for his
BMS
2nd
Thomas
lap.
lap 2
He's
in
now on lap
1st.
3. Heapsy
lap
now
2
on the
in
lead
2nd.
lap. BMS Thomas up over the crowd, coming around into the corkscrew section. Marzi coming through the corkscrew.
Mac Daddy
BMS
lap
Thomas
2
might
in
have to
3rd.
contend that traffic. He's already lapped Marzi. BMS Thomas
lap
is now
3
on the
in 1st.
final lap of the race. He's
Marzi
fastest
lap
of
2 in
13.04 at lap number 3. Heapsy is down.
lap
This is
3
a
in
chance for
2nd.
Mac Daddy. Mac Daddy could come in. He could have a smoky. He could get in for 2nd. BMS Thomas comes around now. That's it.
BMS
He
Thomas
has won
finished
this
in
race.
1st.
Up for 2nd though.
Mac Daddy lap 3 in 3rd.
Mac Daddy has stopped.
Marzi lap 3 in
Heapsy
4th.
comes through for
Heapsy
2nd
finished
place.
in 2nd.
BMS Thomas and Heapsy, you are through to race 11.
Marzi
That's
finished
the
in
race
3rd.
before the final, so you're only 1 race away from tasting that sweet Final 4. Unfortunately for Marzi and Mac Daddy, you will be down in the losers bracket now in race number 10. We've got race 8 up now, which will be Davey, Delegator, Godzilla, and Ironoid.
Race over.
Channel 7, Channel 8. Davey Channel 1, Delegator Channel 2, Godzilla Channel 7, and Ironoid Channel 8.
Next up,
McDaddy
round
there
2,
pulled
race
up
2,
early, Tim.
with
I
Davey
think
FPV
I have to
on
apologise.
R1,
I think my call, I
Delegator
thought
on
he might have
R2,
been a chance.
Gojira on
Not realising
R7,
he was actually a lap
Irenoid on
behind.
R8.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought
I was with you on that.
The way that it was going, BMS Thomas in first, Heapsy in second, McDaddy in third. I didn't realise that McDaddy had started to pull away slowly. When Heapsy took that tumble, I thought this was the opportunity for McDaddy to sneak in for second, but he was still a lap behind.
Yeah, when I thought Heatsy took a tumble, I thought that was going to cost him the position, but
Exactly, I thought so too.
no. Heapsy had that much more speed.
I certainly owe McDaddy a drink there for him thinking he had finished.
We'll see McDaddy again in race 10 though, so
Yeah,
not too
he
many
still
for
has a
him.
chance. Okay, up now we have Davey FPV, Godzilla, our number 2 and 3 seeded pilots, Delegator, our number 1 Air Force pilot, and Irenoid. Big cheeky grin across to the race HQ. He's stretching, he's getting ready.
Yeah, you've channeled your inner Brad Ridello. It worked for you the last round. I don't see why it won't work for you this round. Although you're up against 3 pretty fast kids in this one, so yeah. I've watched enough magicians to know that you can pull a rabbit out of your hat from time to time. Got video for 4. Thumbs up for 4. Just check that I've got the right race gridded up. I do. Let's get this going. Start the race.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Davey FPV 1.88.
Davey FPV with the whole shot. He's making his way down through the second gate, up over the crowd. Now Delegator's down. Delegator's out. Goggles are up for him. Davey FPV through the corkscrew.
Gojira
Godzilla's
lap 1
in first place. Davey in second.
Davey FPV lap 1 in second.
3 pilots remain in this final.
Irenoid lap 1 in third.
Godzilla's coming through the corkscrew now. Davey FPV following. He takes a tumble. Godzilla's coming through for his second lap. He is in first. Davey FPV through for
lap 2
second.
in second.
Irenoid in third. He takes a tumble as well. Godzilla now coming through the corkscrew. Davey FPV through the corkscrew. Irenoid around. He's now on the final lap of this race.
Davey FPV lap 3
It's a
in
2-horse
second.
race. Both pilots will go through.
Gojira finished in first.
Godzilla takes first. Davey FPV second.
finished in second.
Delegator crashing out early on lap number 1.
You still got another chance though, Delegator. We'll see you in 2 races time. In race 10, you'll be on channel 8, Irenoid on channel 7, Marzi on channel 1 in that one, and McDaddy in channel 2. Race 11 looks very stacked at this point. Let's go have a look. Let's just show you what it looks like. That's the race before the final 4. That'll be BMS Thomas on channel 1, McDaddy on 2, Heapsy on, no, race 11, sorry, down here. BMS Thomas on 1, Heapsy on 2, Godzilla on 7, and Davey on channel 8. That's going to be a stacked one. Up now will be Granger, Mish, Dim Sim, and Bear. Oh, God. So we're now into the losers bracket here again. This is a race full of talent, but they've just had a bit of bad luck. Granger 1, Mish 2, Dim Sim 7, Bear 8. Race 9 and 10, they're made. We want to see Marzi, McDaddy, Irenoid, and Delegator up next.
Next up round 2 race 3, with Granger FPV on R1, Mish on R2, Dimsim FPV on R7, Bear on R8.
Oh, I smell it from here. Oh, that's that one. Bear on channel 8. Got a bit of a channel mix up there. We meant to have Dimsim on 7, Granger on 1. Where am I with my laptop? Here. You can see the fastest times down here now from all the pilots. In lieu of the YouTube chat that we cannot have. This is not streamed. This will be uploaded later. I do not have enough friends at any cellular network to get myself sufficient bandwidth for this event. Certainly get a few hours in the morning. We got the qualifying all covered and a bit of the dog show, the military dogs. They'll be back at 2:30 for their second show. And I believe we caught the drum show as well. Granger's already putting himself in a bad position. He's already making excuses for not winning this one, saying that one of his motors looks a bit sketchy. You're going to probably not even get off the starting blocks. Yeah, good luck to Granger. He's not prepared for this one. Thumbs up if you're ready. We're beginning.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5.
Oh!
Full shot Mish 1.95.
I thought there was a bit of a collision off the starting block, but no, that's Granger's motor did not work properly.
First.
Oh. Looks like Bear is down, Granger's down.
Mish lap 1 in second.
So we have Mish getting second by default.
Dimsim FPV lap 2 in first.
Dimsim has a nice clean lead on everyone in this one. He's already on lap 3, Mish on lap 2. So I guess they don't need to push it. They can both progress through to the next race.
Mish lap 2 in second.
If they keep it together.
Dimsim FPV lap 3 in first.
Bear, you'll finish up in 11th place overall, just ahead of Granger in 12th, which is a good result overall, but roughly where you qualified, I think.
Dimsim FPV finished in first.
Yeah, par for the
Mish
course, we
lap
can
3
say.
in second.
Dimsim takes the win on this one there with 4 laps done and 73.77. Mish has got 1 lap to go before finishing up. They'll go through to race 12.
Mish finished in second.
All right, Dimsim and Mish both finish in first and second. They're through to race 12. Channel 1, Channel 2. Yes, your video is rough.
Race over.
Get another one. Up next will be Marzi, MacDaddy, Ionoid, and Delegator for their potential final race. First and second in this one will join Dimsim and Mish in race 12.
Next up round 2 race 4, with Marzi on R1, Mac Daddy on R2, Ironoid on R7, Delegator on R8.
All right. Marzi R1, Mac Daddy R2, Ironoid R7, Delegator R8. Just waiting on video from Marzi for this one. I believe he's not on the right channel right now. Up after this, we'll have race 11, BMS, Thomas, Heapsy, Godzilla, and Davey. That'll be a stacked race. Maybe a preview of what we'll see in the final 4.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. Our top 3 pilots in that one final. It's going to be interesting to see how they progress.
Where's our 4th? Our 4th is Granger, so he's already out. So that's one from the top 4 already out in 12th place there. But whoever gets first and second, this one will face off Dim Sim and Mish in race 12. Delegator, the Bradbury Summoner.
Yeah, he's still in it. He's doing well.
He's our lowest seeding pilot still in the competition there, but Marzi's in 13th right behind him. So we got seed 7th, seed 8th, 13th and 14th in this race. The jets are still very loud and still very much flying. The race is ready. Thumbs up if you're all ready.
Thumbs up from Delegator. All pilots are ready.
Race is starting.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Mac Daddy
Mac Daddy bursts through
1.78.
the whole shot. He's neck and neck with Ironoid. They both take a tumble, but Mac Daddy's able to recover. Marzi takes a tumble. Delegator's out in front. He's up over the top of the crowd. He's coming, making his way through the corkscrew. But here comes Mac Daddy up through the corkscrew now. Marzi, he's coming up over the crowd. He's about to make his way into the corkscrew. This could be anyone's race. Delegator, he looks to be first through the first lap.
Mac Daddy lap 1 in 2nd. Marzi lap 1 in 3rd.
Delegator just in front. Delegator now through the split S, coming around into the corkscrew, but here comes Mac Daddy right behind him. Mac Daddy be looking to make a pass coming around, probably on this 3rd lap, I say.
Delegator lap 2 in 1st.
Delegator coming through with
Mac
his
Daddy
fastest
lap
lap
2 in
of
2nd.
the finals. Mac Daddy makes the pass,
Marzi
is now
lap 2
out
in
in
3rd.
front. He comes up over the crowd, followed by Delegator. Marzi now making his way up over the crowd. Mac Daddy 1, Delegator 2, Marzi in 3.
Mac Daddy lap
Mac
3
Daddy
in
now
1st.
on the final lap. Delegator now on the
3 in
final
2nd.
lap. Marzi coming around KJR corner. He's going to be on the final lap
Marzi
too.
lap 3 in 3rd.
Mac Daddy now making his way through the corkscrew. Delegator up over the crowd. Mac Daddy making his way through KJR corner. He just needs to get through the start-finish gate.
Mac
He will
Daddy
take the win
finished
for
in
this
first.
one. Delegator now loops back around KJR corner, coming through. He will take
Delegator
second. He
finished in
lives to
second.
he fights to live another day. Marzi will
Marzi
take
finished
third.
in third.
Our Army and Air Force pilots 1 and 2.
Race over.
They will survive and move on to the next final.
Next up, round 3, race 1, with BMS Thomas on R1, Heapsy on R2, Gojira on R7,
that was a really
Davey
good job.
FPV on R8.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. We like to see the pilots shaking with nerves. Absolutely building the intense pressure here, like a
This-
pressure cooker.
This is the one to watch.
The crowd gather in. These are probably the fastest 4 pilots now
I'll be
about
honest,
to race.
I think this has the potential to be our final 4. A preview of our ultimate final at the end of this top 16 double elimination.
First and second in this race will go straight to the final 4. Third and fourth will have to battle it off in race 13 just to get back in again. So
They'll be back against Mac Daddy and Delegator.
no,
Sorry.
undetermined.
Ah, right. No,
So-
they'll be against. Yep.
So if I just get,
Mac Daddy and Delegator.
if I show you how
off
this all
against
works.
The third and fourth nits.
I've had a few questions about this format,
I
how
know.
this double elimination works. So we've got race 12 populated now with Dim Sim and Mission, Mac Daddy, Delegator. First and second in here will go down to race 13, and they'll face off third and fourth from this winner's bracket now. So the winner's bracket looks like this, and we're up to race 11, the final race. Like the first and second go into the final 4 up here, but third and fourth will pop to the loser's bracket for a second though, and
Against
battle
Mac
it off.
Daddy and Delegator. Yep.
And first and second in race 13 do make it to the final 4. So first and second will be populated now by this race. As soon as I put in 1 and 2 into the magical spreadsheet of mathematical mind-melting madness. And we got pilots gridded up.
Yeah, Heapsy's ready. Godzilla's ready. Beamers Thomas is up and ready to go.
Davey, you don't have you on channel
Davey,
8.
no video for you on R8 yet.
You remember to change your channel. Yeah, important.
Key.
He's on BMS Thomas's channel. They could try and fly off the same channel.
It's an interesting tactic to,
It'd be a bit
take
hard.
into a race.
But Davey's got his gear sorted. Immediately changing channel remotely. This is the future we live in.
That's the magic of the Emergent RC Ghost there, Timmy.
I'd like to think that other technologies have the same sort of quality of life, but
Not as good though. Not as good.
not as good. We have an
Tony Cake sponsorship coming my way, I'm sure.
Immersion RC fanboy right here. Fully committed to the ecosystem of the designed in Switzerland, made in China. Products of Immersion
Radio
RC.
pilots, goggles down. Give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
All right, just thumbs up from Davey. He's just put his goggles down. Yep, quick thumbs up. Just get over it with, mate. Let's go.
Here we go, ladies and gents. This will be over quick and fast.
1 minute, I'm going to
Let's
guess.
go racing.
1 minute or less.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot
Beamers Thomas through the whole shot. Heapsy not far behind him. Davey FPV making his way around. Beamers Thomas is up already over through the crowd, making the right hand sweep return into the corkscrew. He will come around KJR corner. He will be
BMS
first through
Thomas lap
on the
1 in
first
first.
lap.
Gojira
Godzilla is
lap 1
second.
in second.
Our second place
Heapsy lap
on the
1 in
qualifier,
third.
BMS Thomas, our
Davey
TQ.
FPV
Makes his
lap
way through
1
the
in
corkscrew now through KJR corner. This will be lap number 2 for him.
BMS Thomas lap 2 in
12.71,
first.
sub 13 second lap
Gojira lap
on his
2 in
second.
second.
Up over the crowd goes BMS
Heapsy
Thomas.
lap 2 in
Godzilla
third.
takes a tumble. Davey
Davey
FPV takes a
lap 2
tumble.
in fourth.
Heapsy's currently in third, but Godzilla's up. He is down,
BMS
trying to
Thomas
get
lap
out. I
3
think
in
he's
first.
stuck in the net. He might be out. His propellers are stopped. BMS Thomas now is on the final lap.
Heapsy lap 3 in second.
He's making his way through the corkscrew. Davey FPV's down. BMS Thomas 1, Heapsy 2. They will go
BMS
through to our
Thomas
final
finished in
4.
first.
Just letting Heapsy finish up his final lap.
finished
There he
in
goes. 4 laps done in 61.88. Told you it'd only go for a minute.
BMS Thomas and Heapsy safe into our final 4. Godzilla and Davey FPV, our number 2 and number 3 seed in this final series, will have to fight
Race
it out
over.
against Mac Daddy and Delegator, our Air Force and Army pilots.
Other group, wrong group.
Ah,
Wrong
getting
group,
it
mate.
wrong.
Ah,
Tell me
just-
that.
No, I didn't tell you that.
Dim Sim and Mish.
Yeah,
Oh.
Dim Sim, Mish, Mac Daddy, Delegator. The first two of
Those
this
two.
race will battle it out against Godzilla and Davey
I'm getting lost where
for
we at,
race
Tim.
13. So Godzilla will have channel 1, Davey will have channel 2.
Just getting too Big Kev excited.
Next up round 3 race 2, with Dimsim FPV on R1, Mish on R2, Mac Daddy on R7, Delegator on R8.
The Bradbury Delegator. He only has to win this race and the next one, and then he'll be in the final 4.
Anything can happen, Tim.
It's been working out for him so far.
So our number 2 and number 3 seed are now in a fight for survival to make the final 4. Both crashing out in that last final. Mac Daddy's keen. He's already out in the start blocks. Louis, he's, I'd almost say, co-pilot from the Australian Army Drone Racing Team there to help coach him through the track. Hot Glue, who is essentially pit crew for Delegator here, always applies a liberal application of hot glue to his drones.
And he loves sending it into the netting in front of the crowd too.
Does, in fact, you'll notice in the finals, those who are serious about it haven't done that. They want to keep their drones in pristine condition so they have optimal performance to get around this track to take the 1 and 2. How do you see this one shaping up, Tim?
Oh, I'm going to say Delegator's going to get second. He's going to make it through another race.
Yeah, so Dim Sim from Queensland, from FPV Rebels Club, a civilian in this competition. Mish, number 1 in the Military International Drone Racing Tournament, which wrapped up just a few days ago. Mac Daddy in the top 4 of the Military International Drone Racing Tournament. And Delegator, out of nowhere.
He's been pulling magic all day. He is our lowest seeding pilot still in the competition at this point. Marzi finished up in 9th. He was the 13th seed, so he got a higher ending slot than his qualifying
Yeah,
time.
that's always good when you can do that.
But yeah, so Delegator's faced up against the 6th, 9th, and 8th seed, and he was in 14th. So he's the odds are not stacked in his favor, but he's summoning all the luck he can today, and it's really playing out for him. His strategy is to win and to take it one gate at a time.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. I was speaking to Mish earlier. I said, how are you going to approach this race? He said, well, I'm going to use put my battery on and hope my motors spin up. That's all I need to do.
There's more to it than that, I'm sure. There's more to it than that. But I'll agree with you. It's a good strategy to start with, but then there's some turning involved.
Yeah, on this track, turn right.
And left. Sometimes left. But usually right.
Okay, pilots, goggles down. Give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
The race is starting. The button has been pressed.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot Mac Daddy 1.93.
Mac Daddy with the whole shot coming up over the Air Force flags. Dim Sim, though, he's out in front. He's already over the crowd. Mish appears to be second. Delegator in close behind. Mish takes a tumble. Dim Sim now coming through KJ out corner. Mac Daddy is
Dim Sim
out. Dim
FPV
Sim's in the
lap
lead
one
on the
in
first
first.
lap. Delegator's in second.
Delegator lap 1 in
Dim
second.
Sim now making his way up over the crowd. Delegator second. Mish coming around for his
Mish lap
his
one
first
in
lap.
third.
He's in third. Delegator the Smoky. We didn't think he could do it, but he's going to come in. He's a good chance of
Dim Sim
taking
FPV
second.
lap 2 in first.
Dim Sim now on lap number 3. He's out in front. Delegator now
Delegator lap
on
2
his
in
third
second.
lap. He's on the lead lap as well. Mish coming
Mish
around.
lap 2
He's
in
now on
third.
the lead lap, about half a track away from Delegator. Delegator's coming
Dim Sim
around now
FPV
into the
lap 3 in
corkscrew.
first.
Dim Sim coming through. He's on the last lap of this race. But here comes Delegator. He's
Delegator
now
lap
on the
3
lead
in
lap.
second.
Mish coming around KJ out corner.
Mish
He's
lap
now
3 in third.
on his last lap as well. Dim Sim coming around KJ out corner. The final lap
Sim
corner.
FPV
He
finished
takes
in
the
first.
win. Delegator in the corkscrew. Oh, Delegator takes a hit. He hits a pylon. Mish takes a stumble into an Air Force flag. He's through the
Delegator
corkscrew.
finished in
Delegator
second.
crashing through the in-situ Pacific Start finish gate to take second. Mish
Mish
in
finished
third.
in third.
Mac Daddy crashes out in fourth. A round of applause for our pilots, ladies and gentlemen.
Whew. Dim Sim, you've won. You can stop flying now. Conserve your drone because you're up right now again, joining Godzilla, Davey. We've got the final race of the losers bracket. Godzilla, Channel 1, Davey, Channel 2, Dim Sim, Channel 7, and Delegator, Channel 8. No channel change for Delegator. The winners of this next race will
60
join the
seconds
final
remaining.
4.
Race
How
over.
about Delegator? You caught it, Tim.
I called it. Second.
You said you'd come second.
I should have put some money on that one. All right.
Oh, the twists and turns of drone racing, Tim. Anything can happen. Delegator out of nowhere, scraping into the top 16. He's going to finish 6th or higher in this competition now.
Yeah, he absolutely will. He could end up anywhere between 6th and 1st, depending on how it goes.
Could you imagine?
Delegator winning. 14th seed winning a top 16 elimination.
Against two-time world champion BMS Thomas.
Oh, the statistical... what are the odds of that? 1,000,000 to 1, yeah, very low.
The dream. Dare to dream Delegator. Now, he's our only military pilot left, I believe, Tim.
Yep.
Next up,
So,
round 3, race 3.
Fresh
with
from the
Gojira
military
on
international
R1,
drone racing
Davey
tournament held
FPV
this
on
week.
R2, Dim Sim
Delegator
FPV on
didn't make the
R7,
top 4 of that
Delegator on
tournament.
R8.
No, so
And-
we've got the final 4 populated with BMS Thomas and Heapsy, and they'll be joined by the winners of the 1st and 2nd place of this race 13 in the losers bracket there.
So Godzilla, our 2nd seed.
Davey Channel 2.
Davey FPV, our
Dim
3rd
Sim
seed.
7. Dim Sim 7. We'll wait for you,
We
Delegator.
can give you that, Del. We can give you.
1 minute for Delegator. He needs to change some props.
Dim Sim qualified in 6th, and Delegator, our 14th seed.
Yeah, look at those numbers there. So now Delegator has, in the previous race, he was up against 6th, 9th, and 8th seed. Now he's up against 2nd, 3rd, and 6th. So really, it's just gotten harder for him.
But the key is that he's flown well,
He's flown well.
and he's beaten those people.
Yeah, he's not crashed. He's made it through this far, and I think his luck will continue, and I think we'll see Delegator in the final 4.
I would love to see it.
Oh. Maybe I should choose a song to increase the intensity.
Oh, please do, because if drone racing at this pace does not get your heart racing, I do not know what will.
Don't have Danger Zone in this playlist.
I was actually speaking to Davey earlier, Tim. I said, what do you need to win a drone race like this? He told me, a drone that's faster than the others is handy.
Very useful tool. I don't see you doing it any other way.
Faster will often help.
It's a brilliant observation from our pilots there. Great insights into racing strategies. All right, pit crew Hot Glue is just wrenching on Delo's things there. Hopefully he's put the props on the right way and not done it just in time.
Could you imagine if his pit crew let him down?
That would be the most disappointing way to end your tournament run.
There's a lot of trust going into a pit crew in a drone race, that's for sure.
So we've got Godzilla's powered on. He's testing his launch. Dim Sim's on. Davey's going to wait for the rest to be ready.
Oh, he is saving
Every
every single
milliamp.
milliamp.
Yeah. Just waiting on one more pilot to get ready.
This is our last one before we go to our top 4.
Yep. After this race, we know exactly who is going to be in 4th, and they're going to be prize winners.
Yeah.
There's
Now,
cash on the line for this
there's
one.
cash. Now, Tim, can you tell us how the top 4 works? Chase the ace format.
Oh, yes. It might be important to explain this after the excitement got to you, and you said it was over in one. So the final 4 does not end in one race. It's not one and done because someone could get unlucky. We want to make sure we've really given everyone the best chance there. So the final 4 is only determined by a winner when one pilot has won 2 races, not back to back. So the final 4 can happen can be decided across as many as 5 races, but we do it at least 3 times, where one pilot will win first twice, and then the other scores and rankings is based upon the best 2 of 3.
Yeah, so maximum of 5 races in Chase the Ace. When a pilot wins a race, that's an ace in their hand, and you need 2 aces, 2 wins to take home the bacon in the tournament.
The Chase the Ace format, I think it's been adopted from Joe Scully, the Canadian commentator extraordinaire. He's sometimes been to Australia to do a few of our events, but was not able to be brought in for this one. Challenges.
Okay, thumbs up, pilots, when you're ready.
All right, time for the song. Pilots, 1st and 2nd. It's what you need to chase. 3rd and 4th, you'll take 5th and 6th. But 1st and 2nd will join BMS Thomas and Heapsy in the final. And you'll be a winner then, no matter where you end up. You'll be a winner in our hearts, and the crowd will love it. Crowd, give us a cheer, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. These pilots are ready. I've increased the intensity of the music to 11. Over to you, Bear.
Let's get racing.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Hole shot.
Godzilla
Dimsim
first with a
FPV
hole shot. He takes
1.82.
the topple and is down. Davey FPV's making his way up over the crowd. Delegator's down. Dim Sim, he's in 2nd
Delegator
place.
lap 1
And
in
Davey
first.
FPV coming through the corkscrew now. So's Dim Sim. It's neck and neck between these 2 pilots. Delegator down.
Dimsim
Dim
FPV lap
Sim
1 in 2nd.
is first
Davey
through the...
FPV lap 1 in 3rd.
Dim Sim's first. Davey is 2nd. Delegator's down. Cancel that.
Gojiro lap 1 in 4th.
Dim Sim takes a hit. Every pilot's taking hits in this race, ladies and gentlemen. Dim Sim
Dimsim
now, he's in
FPV
first.
lap 2
Davey
in
in 2nd,
first.
neck and neck. Davey takes a
Davey
tumble.
FPV lap 2 in 2nd.
Davey upside down. Dim Sim now about to come up over the crowd.
Gojiro lap 2 in 3rd.
Godzilla now on lap number 3. Dim Sim out front in lap number 3. Davey FPV up through the over the crowd, through the corkscrew in the centre.
Dimsim FPV lap
Dim Sim
3
now
in
on the
first.
final lap. He is on first.
Gojiro
Godzilla
lap
now
3 in
onto the
2nd.
final lap. He is in 2nd. Davey FPV in
lap
3rd.
3 in 3rd.
Godzilla 2nd. Dim Sim 1st. Got Dim Sim coming through the corkscrew now. But Godzilla has made the pass.
Gojiro
He
finished
takes
in
first. Godzilla first. Dim Sim
FPV
2nd.
finished in 2nd.
Delegator down and Davey FPV will take
Davey
3rd.
FPV finished in 3rd.
Godzilla, Dim Sim will take and meet BMS Thomas and Heapsy in our Chase the Ace format top 4
Race
final to determine the winner of the open class racing here at the Australian International Airshow 2023.
Next up, round 4, race 1, with BMS Thomas
All right,
on
we'll take a
R1,
2-minute
on R2,
break.
Gojira on
Just
R7,
while we get the final
Davey
4
FPV
ready.
on
We will
R8.
take a little bit of time to allow our pilots the best chance they have to perform at their optimal in the Chase the Ace format. Godzilla.
1, fire mission taking place, over.
Altitude 150, direction 4800 and 200, over.
1-1, converge, at my command, fire for effect, over. 1-0, ready, over. 1-1, fire, over. 1-0, shot, over. 1-1, drop 100, repeat, over. Wrap complete, over. 1-1, wrap complete, out.
Godzilla and Dim Sim, who featured in our last final. Getting batteries ready, putting on fresh propellers. Deepsea and BMS Thomas already waiting at the start block. $1,000 prize money on the line. $500 for second. $250 for third. Oh, correction. $300 for third and $200 for fourth. Pilots coming in 5th and 6th will get a firm handshake and a pat on the back from me. BMS Thomas, two-time world champion. He won the New Zealand Open just a fortnight ago. He won the Australian Nationals last year. Godzilla, he was second seed. An absolute gun in the drone racing scene, making his presence known here today. We have Dim Sim all the way from Queensland, representing the Rebels FPV Racing Club. And Heapsy, who lost the most amount of drones at the 2018 Australian Open. Heapsy, who has essentially come out of nowhere for this tournament. He was fourth in qualifying on Friday night. He took a break on Saturday and slid down the leaderboard to 12th. With only 2 qualifying runs needed, it's only
Next
available
up, round
today,
5,
sorry.
race 6, with
He was able to
BMS Thomas on
qualify
R1,
into
Heapsy on
fifth
R2, Gojira on R7,
and make his way
Dimsim FPV
make
on
his
R8.
way to the top 4. Is looking good. Pilots are on the right channels. Pilots, take up your positions. Goggles down and give us a thumbs up when you're ready. Ladies and gentlemen in the crowd, hold on to your hats. Perch yourself on the edge of your seats and get ready for some outstanding drone racing.
Is everyone ready? Away we go.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Hole shot BMS
Thomas first through the hole shot, up through the high section, past the Air Force flags. He's coming up over the top of the crowd. Godzilla takes a tumble. BMS Thomas coming through the corkscrew, and it looks to be Heapsy in second place. No, Dim Sim in second behind BMS Thomas. BMS Thomas down onto his second lap. Dim Sim in second, Heapsy in third. Godzilla's in fourth after his mistake. BMS Thomas now coming through. He'll make the corkscrew in the center of the track now. Godzilla not far behind him.
BMS Thomas lap
BMS Thomas down lap number 3.
Heapsy lap 2 in
Heapsy
second.
now overtakes Dim Sim for second place.
lap
Dim
2
Sim
in
in
third.
third. Godzilla fourth. BMS Thomas out coming through KJR corner now. This will be taking him on to the last lap of the race.
Lap 3 in first.
He's about to make his way up over the crowd. Heapsy's in second. Dim Sim in third. Godzilla fourth.
Dimsim FPV lap
BMS
3
Thomas
in
through the
third.
corkscrew around KJR corner. He will take the win in this first race of our final series. Heapsy comes through KJR corner. He takes second. Dim Sim
lap
third.
3 in fourth.
Godzilla coming around
FPV finished
on
in
his
third.
final lap up over the crowd. Godzilla will take fourth.
Gojira finished in fourth.
Our pilots will now reset.
Race over.
We have at least 2 more races in this final series. We could go to 5 if all pilots win a race each. BMS Thomas with 1 ace in the Chase the Ace format.
Next up, round 5, race
You only
1.
need 2, Tim,
with
to win.
BMS Thomas on R1, Heapsy on R2, Gojira on R7, Dimsim FPV on R8.
What do you think of that one, Tim?
That was also evenly matched. It's really, you can't afford a single mistake in the finals there. You've got to have a perfect run.
No, Godzilla there, our second place seed. Basically neck and neck with Davey FPV all through qualifying. He finished up second though, taking a tumble in that one, which really cost him. he was unable to recover from that.
Yeah,
He finished in 4th.
Yeah, so Davey ended up in 5th overall with Delegator 6th. I thought he was destined for the finals, Davey, but you just get one unlucky round there in the final race before the winners bracket, the final 4. It's really easy to let it slip away from your hands.
Yeah, definitely, Tim. Heapsy looking good in 2nd. He was with Pete Thomas for most of that race.
Oh yeah, don't forget that.
Our young gun there, Sushi Snake, just going to collect his start blocks. Poor BMS Thomas's father now taking his drone onto the start blocks.
Didn't plug it in though. Did you mean to plug it in there?
I thought he just plopped on there quite casually, ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell you what, when Thomas flies as fast as he does, doesn't hit a single thing, doesn't need to change props, just slap a new battery
He's
and
been
good
flying
to
the
go.
same drone since day 1.
Tell you what, as fast as he goes, he probably has battery left. Probably get 2 races done.
No, at that speed you're wearing it out. Well, aren't you glad it's 4 laps and not 5? That's when you're pushing things to the limit. I'd like to one day make it something longer than you can handle at full speeds. That way you conserve your energy.
Dim Sim
You've got to back it off.
getting a battery on. He's going to be ready. Heapsy looks keen. Oh. Dim Sim needing to test hover a drone before this race.
That's not a good sign.
It's never a good sign. Dim Sim waiting on batteries to charge. At this pace that these races go, he doesn't have long to get the amps into his battery.
He needs 2 more batteries, maybe 3 or 4.
Heapsy. Oh, Heapsy now offering a battery to Dim Sim to help get him through the finals.
Oh, we should give him a bonus point
That
for
is
that.
some amazing sportsmanship and something that's I find very common in the FPV community when we do racing like this. Pilots are more than happy to help each other out just so we can have good, healthy competition.
Or maybe Heapsy just wants it to be over. And it's
Yeah, as we find out that Heapsy gives him a flat one instead. So
that would be
bit
a
of
good
a
stitch
G
up. Yeah, gives him one with a bad cell that'll cause him to fall out of the sky on lap 2.
I was actually talking to Heapsy earlier, Tim. You know, throughout the week I've been wondering about pilots' call signs and where their name comes from. You know, obviously BMS Thomas comes from his name, BMS Thomas. And I asked Heapsy, where's your name come from? He said, you know what he said to me, Tim?
What did he say to you?
He said, I'm Heapsy good.
Ah.
Yeah, that's what Sam Heaps told me.
Okay, I was expecting the surname one, but I'll take that.
Yeah, no, he said he's Heapsy good.
Looks like Paul's filming a video out there on the start track. Bit of a father-son interview there. You think they wouldn't talk to each other enough?
No, I noticed Paul didn't interview me at all. It's a shame.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Everyone should get equal.
I even asked Paul, would he coach me through a lap, like Thomas style?
Didn't want to give away the IP.
No, he's too busy taking photos of planes, apparently.
Too busy vlogging.
Rightio, we're still waiting on our pilots. It could all be over. Our winner could be determined after this race.
But we'll need to do the third one. But if
right.
Thomas wins this one, he has the option to sit out of the third race, and he thinks he will do it this time, because then he can let the rest of the parts have a chance of getting first for once.
A bit presumptuous from Thomas to think that he would win this next race, don't you think? Oh, hasn't been raced yet.
There'd be very low odds on Sportsbet for that one. Where's your towel? Oh no!
Yes. Thomas is infamous for the sweaty palms in finals, Tim.
Palms are sweaty, knees weak, mum's spaghetti.
No vomit
On his shirt.
on the sweater already, you know.
Imagine that after winning, you just can't react to it. You just chunder on your top.
Okay, Dim Sim, how you going, mate? He's good to go. Okay, he'll make his way to the blocks. Just waiting on Heapsy and Godzilla. Jeez, that's going to go off soon, mate. Oh. If he doesn't win, he'll go down in a fireball. The way that battery's being charged.
I'm okay with that.
That is... This could be interesting.
All right, looks like we've got all 4 pilots ready. Where's the Heapsy? I just saw him walk behind me. Oh, he's over there.
Yeah, his goggles are going on. He's about to make his way out to the track now. How do you think this one will go down, Tim?
I don't like predicting these things anymore. The only one I was right with was Delegated for a few rounds, getting second. That was probably my most accurate psychic ability. I think we'll have Thomas in first. I'm going to say Godzilla in second for this one. Heapsy in third and Dim Sim in fourth. Only because Dim Sim's not setting himself up for great success with a really hot battery.
Yeah, that's a good... it's fair. I think if Godzilla can get a clean run, he is a good chance to unseat Heapsy.
He was the second seed, so I'd say he's deserving of at least a second in the finals, at least
100%,
once.
100%. But anything can happen. A mid-air...
But if a mid-air happens before the start-finish gate, we will rerun that round. So the whole shot rule is now in effect, which means that if 2 pilots collide and go down before the start-finish gate, that's in situ Pacific start-finish gate, we will invalidate that round and run it again. Dim Sim just getting his beautiful t-shirt out and just rubbing his camera lens away of all the dust. No shortage of dust on the race headquarters equipment today. I'm going to need to get out my most sucky vacuum and clean all my equipment when I get home.
BMS Thomas with the fastest lap in finals at 12:71. Radio pilots, goggles down. Give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
I must break you.
Okay, pilots ready. Let's go racing.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone in less than 5. Whole shot.
BMS Thomas first through the whole shot. Heapsy second. Dim Sim third. BMS Thomas up over the crowd already. He's coming through the corkscrew. Heapsy through the corkscrew. They're neck and neck. BMS Thomas will come first through the start finish gate. Heapsy in second.
Heapsy lap 1 in second.
Dim Sim now coming through.
Oh,
Dim Sim's out. Dim Sim's lights out for you. Battery disconnected. Goggles are up. Godzilla now making his way. He's on the second lap. BMS Thomas now onto the third lap. Heapsy has a PB. He's on he's right behind Thomas in second. Godzilla takes a tumble. He's down. BMS Thomas now through the corkscrew into KJR corner. He's now on the lead lap. He's in the first. If he wins this one, he will win the entire tournament. Heapsy coming up over the crowd now. BMS Thomas making his way through the corkscrew. BMS Thomas through KJR corner. He is first through the in-situ Pacific Start finish gate. He is our winner at the Open Class Racing at the Australian International Airshow at Avalon. Congratulations to you. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for BMS Thomas.
Race over.
Heapsy takes home second. Godzilla
Next
third.
Up, round 6, race 1.
Sim sadly just crashing out of that one.
Heapsy on R2. Gojira on R7.
High fives all around for BMS Thomas. We will have one more race to determine second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, definitely one more just to determine those final placings. Heaps is in with a real good chance though of locking in second though. He's got 2 seconds on his belt, so it's very unlikely to be lost unless, say, Godzilla gets first in the next one. To split up, so if there's any two pilots that end up with the same score from the 3 races, the tiebreaker will be their qualifying seed. So if Godzilla can get first, he can still take second overall, I believe.
Yep, so Godzilla needs to win this one to take home the second place. Heapsy needs to win this one to take home second.
Yep. And
Dim Sim.
It may be a lost cause for Dim Sim, but he got third in the first one.
He
so if
still
he
gets third.
He could still get first, I think. No, he will. Oh, I don't know until I put numbers in. It's too much for the
too many options here.
The brain is fried after 6 days at this tournament that I can no longer calculate simple arithmetic in my head. But I've got formulas in there. I've spent all the time calculating it. I hope to let the spreadsheet take over and tell us who the winner is when we do this final race without any doubt, without any questions, any doubt, any uncertainty. So we've got one final race left of the official tournament. Once this is done, we'll just open up the floor and let whoever wants to still fly do their thing.
The flying will not end in the drone and bone zone tent. Our pilots will still be putting in packs, putting on a good show for all our crowd here today.
Up to you. I'm not deciding for you. No, Will. You run and you win. No, you have to do the race. You don't race. You fly afterwards, yeah. But if someone gets first, like if Godzilla gets first, then he may actually get second, right? If you get first, you don't get first. I don't want to know. No, you got to make a decision about whether you fly or not. If you fly at the mission, you don't fly at the mission. I'm not doing tweaking after. No goes. There's no goes. You are the racing or no goes. Once fixed based upon points.
Yeah, exactly. If you come first or second, you're still a really good play. We don't put it sure on the option.
Let's formulate. Let's get second. No, not this time. Sorry. Yeah, so if Godzilla gets first, he gets second. The tie is
Yeah, so he needs to win second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our final timed race for this tournament. BMS Thomas has elected to not race in race number 3. He's already secured the win. This race is between Heapsy, Godzilla and Dim Sim to determine second, third and fourth in the open class racing at the Australian International Airshow tournament. If you still want to see a bit of fast-paced racing from BMS Thomas, he will put on a bit of a display afterwards. Once we've done that, conducted the ceremony and awarded our prize money, he will still be available flying race packs. Now, Tim, tell me, what are the scenarios here for points? If Heapsy comes first in this race, he will secure second place.
If Heapsy comes first in this race, he will definitely take second place overall. He's currently sitting. Oh, let's articulate it visually. So in the scenario right now, BMS Thomas has won. He's got 2 firsts, so he's got 20 points. He can't do any worse now no matter what he comes. He's sitting out of this one, though, so that does change the variables there. If Godzilla was to win this round and Heapsy was to get second or third or any other number, they are tied for 14 points. And so then the tiebreaker rule would be that Godzilla with second seed would actually take second place.
So for Heapsy to come second, which he has done the first 2 races.
Heapsy can get anything, but what Godzilla needs to not do is get first for Heapsy to get second. So the only way that this can fall out of Heapsy's hand is if Godzilla takes the win in this one. And it doesn't matter what Thomas comes, we can put fourth by default in this to fill the score.
Was to win,
if Dim Sim was to win,
Heapsy would be tied.
Oh, yeah, sorry. If Dim Sim wins this one, Heapsy would still win as the 5th seed. So only Godzilla can dethrone Heapsy from the $500 prize.
Options. The story has not ended yet.
The only thing that's certain is that Thomas sitting out. He will leave a 4 in that box to him. And I'll move my cursor out. So what we're looking for is first, second, third. Where will the cookie crumbs land?
Okay, pilots, goggles down. Give us a thumbs up when you're ready.
The only last thing to do is to increase the intensity of the beats. Just waiting on Dim Sim's thumbs up. The other 2 pilots are ready. Have I got the race gridded up?
Dim Sim video.
No video for Dim Sim. Oh no.
Batteries were an issue for Dim Sim.
This is his
desperately trying.
Oh no, we got video now. Yeah, we got video.
Now for you, Dim Sim.
You just had to plug it in, right?
I'll tell you what, Tim, doing a final line of sight would be not impossible, but extremely difficult.
Maybe Dim Sim thought, for this round, I'm going to leave the battery unplugged. It'd be a bold strategy, you could say.
Very bold strategy. Let's see if that's going to pay off for him in this race.
Ready? We begin.
Arm your quads. Starting on the tone
The last race of the tournament.
Whole shot Gojira 1.55.
Godzilla taking the whole shot. Dim Sim is down. Lights out for you. It is now the Heapsy and Godzilla show. Heapsy coming through the corkscrew. Godzilla's out in front. He will take first through the first lap. Heapsy now making his way around KJR corner. He's now in second and on the lead lap. Godzilla over the top, coming around into the corkscrew, the center of the track. Heapsy up over the crowd now. Godzilla through KJR corner into the in-situ Pacific Star finish gate. He's in first on the 3rd lap. Heapsy now on the lead lap. He's chasing after Godzilla. He's trying to gain ground. Godzilla now through the corkscrew, coming around KJR corner. Godzilla will take first in the 3rd lap. This is the final lap for Godzilla. Heapsy now on the lead lap. He takes a tumble. Godzilla's lead is gaining and gaining. It's going to be an easy run home for Godzilla. Godzilla now through the corner. He will take first. Heapsy just needs to finish to take second. And we go to the tiebreaker to determine second place, in which Godzilla is confirmed as our second place pilot in the open class racing at the Australian International Air Show at Avalon.
We've done it, Bear. We've made it all the way to the end.
Well, the pilots have done it, Tim.
The pilots
They're the ones that put the show on for our crowd.
They brought it home.
BMS Thomas, our champion at the open class racing. Godzilla takes second.
Tied for points with Heapsy.
Third. Dim Sim in 4th.
Yeah. Godzilla overall second in this one. Heapsy in 3rd. And Dim Sim in 4th. So thanks to the tiebreaker rule, Godzilla putting in the hard work there to make sure he had second fastest time in qualifying. Has done him a good favor, giving him the second place after 3 finals.
What an absolute amazing final series that was, Tim.
That was mayhem.
Godzilla, a 4th in the first final, a 3rd in the second, taking home a win in the last final to secure second place. Oh, the old shakes.
It was intense.
Okay, pilots. Pilots, if you can make your way onto the track, we will conduct our presentation of prize money and trophies to our winners right now. So all pilots, please make your way onto the arena in front of our grandstand, and we will conduct the ceremony. Trying to keep the excitement around.
behind very soon with our pilots putting on an exhibition display of racing. There'll be fast flying drones and plenty of crashes. I know you come to an air show not expecting to see many crashes, but inside this tent, there are a lot. Almost every pilot has felt the pain this week of the destruction of their drone hitting one of the many obstacles here under the big top. The roof, the pylons, the guide wires, the gates, the flags, the dirt, the netting in front of you. Absolute carnage inside this tent. Okay, we'll get underway with the awards presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a long, grueling week of drone racing. We started with the Military International Drone Racing Tournament on Tuesday, with the Australian Army team taking home the win there. We then commenced our open class racing tournament, where we invited the best of the best civilian pilots from around Australia to compete under the big top for your enjoyment. Over this week, we have flown over 1,500 batteries. A racing drone can fly from anywhere between 160 kilometres to 200 kilometres an hour in speed in a flight time of around about 2 to 3 minutes. In total, we've had over 10 hours of flight time. A pilot like our winner, BMS Thomas, only flies for a minute. There has been a lot of drone racing here this week, and it all now comes down to this. In fourth place, all the way from FPV Rebels in Brisbane, Dimsim.
It was, thank you. I couldn't be here without my parents, especially with all the support that they've given me in every way, basically. And I would love to thank Sam, I know it, for helping me out getting through the finals and getting all my props changed and batteries, everything. And to all the competitors, it was great fun. I didn't expect to be here, but golly, it was fun. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dimsim. Our next pilot coming in third. He was here on Friday in qualifying and flew late into the night. He went home feeling comfortable sitting in fourth position. However, with the fast-paced racing from the other pilots yesterday, he slid down the leaderboard to 12th. When he arrived this morning, he only had 2 batteries, 2 chances to push into the top 10. He made it all the way to our final 4. He came second in 2 races and was unfortunately beaten in the final race, our third place, Heapsy. Want to say it?
Yeah, go on. Hey, thanks for everybody to coming out here today to the Avalon Airshow. We know that everybody is very, very dehydrated and very tired, especially the guys who've been running this event all week. Can we give a round of applause for the guys who are operating this event all week? Yeah, once again, just a massive thanks to all the competition this week. Big shout out to Mish for taking home the military competition during the week for the Australian Army. As well as my fellow finalists, Tom, Godzilla and Dimsim right behind me. Thanks very much to all my friends and people who came down to say hi. Don't get to do this too often anymore, so it's been a pleasure. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Our next pilot coming in second. They crashed out in our first final. They took home a third in the second final and finally took home a win to secure second place. All through our qualifying, they've been battling with Davey FPV for the second and third position on the leaderboard. At one point, tied exactly down to the 100th of a second for second place. He brought home the bacon in the last run to win it. Our second place pilot, Godzilla.
I'll start off by saying thank you to all the spectators for coming down and watching for the past 3 days. I'm sure it's been very tiring. I hope we could put on a pretty good show for you guys. To the military and the event organisers, Timmy, everyone else, thank you very much. It was an awesome event, run really well, had lots of fun. My fellow competitors, Tom, boys over here, Hipsy, thank you very much. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
Now finally to our winner, a man in the drone racing community who really needs no introduction. But for our crowd here who are new to drone racing, this might be your first experience. We truly are blessed to have this person racing with us. He was here all week teaching our Army, Air Force and Navy pilots how to race, how to improve. His skills are outstanding. A two-time world champion, fresh from the New Zealand Open a fortnight ago. Our winner did it in 2 finals, won in the 2 finals, no questions asked. Here's our winner, TQ throughout the week, the one, the only, BMS Thomas. There you go, Thomas.
Okay, so the other boys I think did a really good job of their speeches, but yeah, massive thank you to everyone who came down, competitors, support, audience for coming down to the air show, watching our little corner of this celebration of flight and all things cool technology. Massive thanks to my parents. Dad's out here with me, but I know Mom's watching from home too, so always thanks for the support and my constant draggings around to crazy venues. Finally, massive thanks to my sponsors. With them we develop cool tech and get to share with the community, and yeah, it's just awesome being here with great people everywhere. The organisers that are always working really hard, putting on great displays, John, Kieran and the rest of the team, Army, Air Force, Navy, even got the cadets out here now, which is awesome. So yeah, it's been a wild ride, been fun spending time with everybody, and it was some epic racing. I can't wait for 2025. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, BMS Thomas, our winner here at the Open Class Racing at the Australian International Airshow Avalon. Don't go anywhere, we'll have pilots up very soon. I'd just like to hand over to our event organiser, John Harriott, for some final words.
Thanks, Ben. On behalf of the Army Drone Racing and soon to be the Australian Defence Force Drone Racing Association, I'd just like to thank Canberra Multi-Rotor for their support, Melbourne Multi-Rotor and Eastside. We couldn't run it without you guys, and we're looking forward to many future events. In fact, to all of you bidding Mavericks out in the audience, we look like putting on an event at Williamtown at the end of this year in November. Then we'd like to be invited back to this event every year, but also we've got events such as Amberley in 2005, Pierce in 2027, and Townsville in 2029. So if you've got any aspirations of flying a drone, start practicing, and we'll see you at our next event. Thank you.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause to our pilots. They've put their drones on the line, and that's really about it, the money that they put on. So a final round of applause to our pilots. Someone will go home from this, and then after that we'll have some racing coming up real soon. Thank you very much.
I do. It's my favourite thing to do.